Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning birthday coffee. It's quite a bright light on the go, so I'm like two-faced there, but it's all good. Oh, sit back. There you go. You don't need me right in the way. There we are. I can sit back. Good morning. Welcome to Sunday morning coffee. Glad you have come along. It will load the chat for me in a moment, I'm sure. I've got quite a few bits to talk about. Where shall I begin? I have no notes, obviously, because about 10 to, I thought, got 10 minutes till the stream starts. I can start that garden bed. So I've just been out there furiously laying down card and wood and leaves and stuff. So I have just run back in. Oh my god. So yes, I will milk that birthday once more, as I now appears to have three birthdays: my Vapnartak birthday, the actual day, and the day closest on Sunday morning coffee. So yes, it is my birthday. Yes. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. That was really cool. It gave the good old Facebook algorithm a boost. I was like, is that number right? Bloody hell! It was on like coming up to 900 likes or something, which I know doesn't mean anything, but when it's a business page, I was like, oh, maybe people will see my other posts now because nobody's been seeing them. It's been really bad lately. I think because the AI detected there were lots of backdrop posts and that it was marking them as similar or something. So, and I did crack out that instant guaranteed interaction picture of, so that combo I think was killer. So thank you for all the wishes. It was quite blown away, which is really good. Yes, morning everyone. Morning, Lil. Morning, Lil. I haven't got your card yet. Still at work, but I am popping there later. Just popping there though. I'm doing some plant rearranging in the new office. It's going to be called the new office forever. Going to get you some plants in there. Not get some more. Gonna move some kitchen plants over there. Morning, Christopher, a first timer. Welcome. It's okay. I'm sure there's plenty that lurk around. I'm just gonna grab my coffee because I've put it there, out of reach. So, last Sunday, if I move that, it's all gonna fall off. Oh, you haven't missed a cup reveal, Gary. I've got Big Pig, Big Pig today. Let me just move that and hope it doesn't fall off. There we go. Got a little spot there. So last Sunday was Vapnartak in York, one of my favourite shows, and I had a really nice day. And it always sounds like a cliche when I go, "It was lovely. I saw lots of lovely people," but I did. It was ace. And it is one of the reasons that that's one of the few shows I still do, because it's obviously they knacker me mentally and physically, but there's a few that I can push myself out for, and Vapnartak's one of them. Oh no. Yeah, but Vapnartak's ace. There always seems to be a bit more of a diverse crowd there. Not wildly, not like UK Game Expo level, but for a sound bad localish sort of show, um, there's always a lot more women and kids basically, and like families and stuff, and that's really nice. And what I really like about Vapnartak is those people sort of from afar clocking the stand and being like, and then you can kind of see the person they're with maybe like saying to them, "Oh, this is bad Squiddo. I've been meaning to tell you about them," and I'm like, and lots of shy little fans as well, and shy big fans, which is all good because I am more scared of you than you are of me. So I almost find it reassuring when people are nervous chatting to me because it's like it's fine, it's fine. I am also the same. Gary says needs a bad Squiddo mug. Hopefully it's Salute if you sell them. I need to get this sorted. I've said this for years now because I did do a range of these mugs. Um, I need to get some new mugs done, don't I? I'm gonna. The merchandise company I used went all wrong, so I don't use those anymore. But I'll nick Fenris's company because I used them before. They were good. Yeah, that's a good reminder. That is, I get some mugs, get some merch on for Salute. I've still got time. I should write that down somewhere, but I won't. You know what? I'm going to email it to myself right now because that's such a good idea. Email to me. Subject merch for Salute. There you go. Because yeah, mugs were always a winner. They were a good one, and yeah, shows are always better because you don't have to ship them then, isn't it? So yeah, Vapnartak was ace. Sold loads of things, which is always good, especially when you haven't done a show for ages. You're like, what if no one wants it anymore? What if no one wants it? And I think I'd have alluded to or whatnot over the place that I've been exceedingly stressed because I've just had a lot on. No, nothing's terrible. There is one terrible, non-terrible, non-work related thing, but it's mostly just being extremely extremely busy. And I'm not very good when I have to multitask, and I've been trying to multitask, and it's been making me go ah. So I've been on the edge somewhat for the last couple months, month, well, 34 years today. But yeah, January was very long and felt very hard. Um, but going to Vapnartak gave me a really good boost, even though I did have to sleep like a day afterwards. But yeah, it was good just seeing people enjoy the things, the proof of the pudding or proof in the pudding. So that was ace. What was I going to say? What am I wobbling that? Christopher says that sounds like the kids would be happy enough there too. Yeah, there are loads of them. I sold so many packs of guinea pigs and guinea pig mimics. It was wicked. That always makes me really happy because I get to point out that they're my guinea pigs. On the picture, I've got picture packaging. I've got some pictures of Little Egg, Mina, and then the other one's got Dave on it. So I always like to go, they're my guinea pigs, by the way. And I got shown lots of guinea pigs, which I always like. Because people will mention they've got theirs, and like, you got pictures, so you get to just browse pictures of guinea pigs, which is always good. So yeah, I've been really stressed. Mum had been really good and helped me prep for the show, so she did some quite long shifts. So she'd been up and very patient with me as I was getting closer to the date, and I was going, I haven't done a show since Expo, and I'd forgot how long it takes to set up everything from scratch. So I've got a new system with the new office that's going to be a breeze, but it requires that first setup, and that was the first setup. And I was like, we can manage it a couple days before. Yeah, so that was fun. But I got it done, and yeah, Lil was a big help. Lil couldn't get there. Ian couldn't get there to help Fenris because his car was on fire or something. So it was the first show I'd done in years by myself. And I was actually an ace at it. I was quite impressed because I was a bit like, oh no, I've got to do everything. But I almost enjoyed it more, which is not going to become a thing because I'm not going to do Expo and Salute by myself. That would be absolutely wild. But it's given me the confidence to know that I can do the smaller ones, even though like at times at Vapnartak it is absolutely rammed. But it just means people have to wait a little bit longer to get served, and I don't think anyone cares that much. So that's really good. And also, I think I said at last minute, I booked, because I forgot to book my hotel. I ended up staying in basically an apartment, and it was so good. And I got there, and a few people were asking me if I wanted to go out for some beers. I was like, there is no way. I live here now. This place is amazing. So while I had to spend more, it was a nice. Otherwise, I'd have just gone for the mega cheap, but they'd all gone. So I got to stay in this wicked place, and I was like, oh, nice. 2 big tellies. What am I going to do with 2 big tellies? So it was ace. And in the morning, in the breakfast, I bumped into Flags of War and a couple of people. I can't remember their names. Sorry, peoples. And they gave me a lift to the showground. They were quite confused about how I'd got there and everything, and it was just me in a backpack looking like I'd hitchhiked up here, which I pretty much did. So thank you to those guys. They were ace. Had some nice chats with them, and they helped me do the toilet advertising, as you do. I'll talk about backdrops in a mo, because the backdrop Kickstarter has finished. You are all safe from them now and my endless spamming. What else? So yeah, Vapnartak was ace. Thanks for the gifts. I got a lot of cake, which was awesome. So thank you, and just had some really nice chats that make me really happy, and people that I'm like, oh, I'm really happy to see that person. And you get a bit more of a chance to chat at those sort of shows rather than like Salute, where it's just endless, which is great for business, but also it's nice to actually catch up with people. So yeah, that was really, really good. The backdrop Kickstarter finished on Tuesday. So on Monday, I decided that I was pondering doing like a Monday evening coffee. And then some point in the day, I messaged John and said, "How about we do like a live hangout? That would be cool." Um, and he said, "Yeah, we'll do that." And I said, "I don't know how to do that. I'll learn though. It's fine. I've been meaning to learn for years. The amount of Sunday morning coffees where I've said I need to learn how to use streaming software, um, rather than um, this is just you click it on YouTube and you go live. So I've done that a million times, but the software is this whole other thing, and it just seems overtly complicated. And it was OBS we were using, um, and luckily it was one of the days Andy came back a bit earlier. So I said, "Can you teach me how to use OBS before 8 p.m.?" And it was like, "Yeah, we've got 2 hours. It'll be fine." Ah, it was 2 hours of rage. I almost pulled it, and I thought, "No, I can't. I can't let John down." It was a good kick up the ass. I was like, "I'm going to be in such a mood when this starts," because it was really complicated. I was like, "Why can't I just click it and have camera, camera, image? That's all I want." And it's like, "No, you can only use you got to use Discord." And then I'm like, "I don't know what my Discord password is, but I've got it here, but not on the app." And nope, that's the wrong Discord account. What? And then I was just getting all like time pressured, thinking I've got to have it by this time, and I don't want to look like an idiot. Most of my motivation for doing stuff on Backdrop, which is good, is me going, "I don't want to look like an idiot for John, who's like a proper person." So I'm like, it's fine. Yes, I've got it all together. Um, and yeah, at one point I then spilled coffee over myself and the sofa whilst going to Andy. "Why doesn't it just work? Why can't?" And I'm going, "It's just how the software works, Annie. I'm like, there's got to be a way." No. So it's weird. Yeah, you just have to really manually do a lot of bits. And yeah, I was getting in a right mood with it, and then I got it. And once I got it though, I was like, "It's working." And because I didn't have tons of time to set up, I kind of whacked some images into a slideshow, and it worked well. Anyone that was there will have seen it started with me and John. I'm going, "I don't know if it's live. I don't even know how you get it live. It said it's live there," and I only knew it was live because someone in the chat. So if you missed that, it's on on the channel. You can replay it, and I think it's pretty. It's mostly just me and John looking at backdrops, going, "Oh, I really like that one. That was a good one. That's good." And it gets to humanize John a bit because because I do so much of the promotion, and he's this mysterious artist. If he's someone that you haven't really come across before, which you should, because he does some wicked stuff. So that was really fun Monday night, and it's opened up all sorts now because I want to start doing that for Sunday morning coffee. Not every time, but when I've got quite a lot to show off, just to be able to have my face here and a little a little box to put things that I'm showing off. So I kind of like the idea that each week you can submit or use a hashtag or something for your pictures, pictures of bad Squiddo stuff you've painted. It doesn't have to be that week. It's just send it in, and then we can do it like a child's TV thing. And we go, "Today we have this paint," and I can just go this, and it'll appear because I know how to do that now. And then if I want to show off, I don't have to actually use the camera and do a weird camera thing. So that's really good. So that's a really positive outcome that I under pressure. Who knew? I've put it off for years, but yeah, in that time pressure, it's like, well, got to do it now. So yeah, I now know how to use OBS streaming software. Yes, and I could already see bits where I'm like, oh, I could make that look super good. So that's really cool. So woohoo! So yes, the Kickstarter ended on Tuesday afternoon. I was really happy with the result. John was really happy. We had a really nice chat for a bit afterwards before I went, "I don't want to talk about backdrops for the rest of the week. I'm done. Right, everywhere backdrops off. Right, no, done." No, it was ace. Oh, is the gallery music open copyright yet? What gallery music? On the OBS, you mean? Um, so yeah, it all ended really well. Had a really nice chat with John about it. Um, Yeah, Jill says OBS is great once you get past the initial learning curve in intimidation factor. That was it. I was just like, but why can't? Oh, now I understand how it works. It's like, yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone who did back the backdrops Kickstarter. What is frustrating is that when I'm promoting a Kickstarter, I always feel guilty because I'm just constantly spamming it. And if you see a post, it means you'll probably end up seeing a trillion posts, whereas the people I'm spamming it to try and reach more people, and they're just not getting it. And it was almost like the second the Kickstarter finished, and I was feeling like I'm really annoying people now because all day I've been going, it's closing, it's closing. There's no pledge manager, and what's it? God, my brain's all over the place today. I'm thinking about that garden bed. That's what I'm doing after this. Going back outside. Got some new plants. So Kickstarter, yay! Yeah, it all went well. Yeah, that was it. I was a bit worried. I was really starting to annoy people, just like, oh, it's ending soon. It's ending soon. And then as soon as it ended, I had a bunch of people go, "What? There was a Kickstarter on." Oh, yeah, I'm trying. Overly brassy systems. Yes, that's what I'm going to call it now. Amazing. So yeah, not the fault of the people who haven't seen it, but it just kind of shows the futility of the internet. Because yeah, I really just wanted to make sure everyone had their pledges together, because you can't edit that one afterwards like you can with everything else, because it's just John juggling a million things, and I don't have to do any of that. So it would be mean of me to be like, let's make it all really complicated afterwards. So now it's done. That's my duties are pretty much over, but I still update people on them and update the forums and stuff. And I'm going to get some more photos. I'm excited, like I said in the stream, I'm excited to take some more artistic photos with them, because I was trying to make sure in all those pictures that you could see as much of the backdrop as possible to show it off. And to start, I got a bit too complicated with them, I think, and I wanted to bring it back and get a bit more simple to show that, you can just go plonk a thing, done. But now those pictures aren't directly promoting the Kickstarter, though they are promoting the book. I can do more stuff, if that makes sense. So I didn't use my new camera. I did at the start, and then I thought, nah, I need to use my phone, because I've been telling people how easy it is to use the phone, and they're great. But I want to try, personally, I want to try some other bits now. So I can use the camera, and things where the backdrop's not the feature, but there might be just like a bit, like an archway, and it just shows through a bit, or it's so out focus that it's almost just tones, and you can do so much with that. But yeah, whilst the campaign was on, I just wanted to be quite straightforward and just be like, look, it's really easy. But now I get to do more advanced things, especially with the A3. There's so much I want to do with that. So I'm still really excited. Don't worry, I was joking when I said like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I am done with these backdrops. It's nice when a Kickstarter ends though, and the thing doesn't have to occupy your mind, because it's just 24/7. It always is. And I think, right, I'll have the lull bit in the middle of the Kickstarter. But your brain's always like, have you promoted it enough? What do you do now? Have you done this? Have you told these people about it? So they are quite tiring. I think I had a bit of a slump after that, just because I was knackered from it all, and Vapnartak, and so I've got some other stuff going on in my life which is pretty heavy. But sounds so vague. But it's all just a lot, and but it's good. So I'm really chuffed. John seems up for doing the what's it? The backdrop's free at some point. Woo! But obviously he's got 4 books to draw now, so he's got all that to do, and manage all his other projects. So I'll obviously be keeping you updated on when things will be shipping. It says June on the Kickstarter. But if ever you have questions about the backdrops, even if it's just me going, I need to check with John, you can always message me. I'm not really just clocking off backdrops for life. Yes. And I do love them. And that was what's really cool, is like chatting with John, and we're like, these are so good though, right? We're like, yes, we're not just saying it, we really do like them. So in the last few we were mucking about with, the clouds were really lovely. So on a similar note, I received my Alien Land, which was what was in the thumbnail for this. An Alien Land from Fox Miniatures, who's been really ill, but he did send me a note in the orders suggesting he's out of hospital. So thoughts to Dave Fox, Fox Miniatures Dioramas. Um, he's sent that over, and it's so good. I just want to buy more and more stuff off him. So he did a big alien, just random stuff. So it's like aquarium plants, pink flock, all these bits. And I thought I could just use that for so many pictures. And yeah, in a mixture of having the backdrops in. So what on the picture, the first test picture, there is a backdrop, but it's so far away that it's very vague, but it's still part of the picture, and that's what I like, that it doesn't have to be like the feature or anything. And yeah, I can put all my mushrooms, my little fairy cavalry, some of the ghosts of Gaia, maybe even use as a gaming piece. So I'm really chuffed with that, and I want to muck about doing. I can do different angles and things now, but I don't have to every picture. I don't have to think is the backdrop at its best best possible viewing. So I can do a lot more now, which is really cool. Andreas didn't even bother checking when any of the backdrop books should deliver, and you and John are reliable fellows. That is correct. Thank you very much. And that's something I wanted to sort of hone in as well, because I've had quite a few people asking me if I can do like promoting for Kickstarters and stuff, and it's not what I do. I'm working with John on these because it's almost like I don't know. It isn't entirely of passion. I love them so much. But I generally don't just do promote other people's things as a job. I'll do it because I see something I think it's cool, and I go, you should do this. But I just wanted to sort of clear that I wasn't. It's not going to be what thing is Annie shilling for this month sort of thing. I am quite involved in the backdrops, and it's a bit of a different thing, and I love it, and I want to bring more to the world. Bring more backdrops to the world. And yeah, back when you partner with someone like that, you know, if I partnered with somebody who then didn't deliver a Kickstarter, I'd look awful. And you never know. And some people are lovely and they're great people, and you chat to them and it's great. And like, there's been some times where I've said, "Oh, this looks cool. People should back this." And then I've looked back and gone, they've messed that Kickstarter up so bad, and I recommended it. Like, oh no. So to be that heavily involved, I have to be sure that I am really happy to put my name and my brand on it. So yeah, John is wicked, and absolutely full of integrity, which is why I'm really happy to be partnered with him on that, and to be able to just be really confident and go, yeah, it's all going to be good. And as the caveat is always, if anything does go wrong, which delays it or whatever, it's going to be handled as best as it can be handled, which is the same as my Kickstarters. So yeah, it's all good. That Annie stamp of approval is not given willy-nilly. It's very rare to get that level of like, yeah, this is ace. So yeah, you're in full reassurance. I'm gonna have a bit of my coffee because I haven't had any yet. Chris, we must build another plinth for backdrops. Yes, I could use that as I'm now on to hobbying that I've been doing. So I only brought one because I haven't got the cool screen up yet. This stuff's amazing. So I've only just washed them, so you can't really see much. But I've got 6 spirit hosts that I've been making. And they're just bad Squiddo minis that I thought would fit quite nicely. They've all got a gravestone on them. And all the gravestones and floor and everything are going to be painted normally. But then all the ladies are going to be ghosts. The skeleton's going to be ghosts as well. And I can't remember what it was called. Briarheart's something. Icy Briarheart contrast from GW. Really good. So they're just sprayed white and with that on it. And yeah, you can't quite see. It's the stuff they use on like all their wraiths and things. And all I've done is drape them in that, and it's just comes out really nice. The coverage is lovely. So I'm just going to dry brush them white, and then just paint the mud, paint the tombstones and stuff, maybe do a cheeky glow. And I've painted some minis, some of my minis. So everything on the spirit host is from Bad Squiddo. And it's entirely because, well, I always want to be touting Bad Squiddo, but they fit really well, not shoehorning anything in. So there's 2 of the vampires and the seer there, because I wanted anything that kind of had its hands out, kind of going like, away. So there's 6 of those, so I'm happy with that. I might get the basing, at least get the basing on today. I could do the whole thing, but it depends how determined I get with the gardening. But yeah, I've been doing some painting myself. I took Friday off because yeah, I took Friday off because it was my birthday. And I wanted to just chill out. So I've had 2 days of just kind of ignoring everything. And it's been nice, but it does mean if you've emailed me or whatever, I've just been like, can't see it. It doesn't exist. So trying to, because I've been again, I get very, very worked up and into a point where I'm just gonna have a meltdown, and I've been feeling like that for a bit in the last sort of couple of weeks. That like one more thing might just push me over the edge. So got really distracted that there's a pair of headphones there. I don't think Andy wears full headphones. Who left headphones here? They're mine now. Gail. No, not Gail. Anyway, need to locate. If you've been at my house recently and wearing headphones, do let me know. Where was I? So yeah, I just needed that, and I thought, well, it's my birthday. That's the perfect excuse. So yeah, I've just been chilling out, doing a bit of painting. Gary says, did I buy any nice things for myself at Vapnartak? He has some Lord of the Rings undead to paint. I didn't, because I didn't get off my stand, but I did buy one book. In fact, I'll run and get it. I showed it off on that other stream, but I want to show it off again because I'm well chuffed with it. On over legs. Legs dead. I got. Also, I picked up another of my spirit host. I got Saxman in there, look. So he's bringing the Saxy party, and then she's there at the front going, "Why?" Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. That's what the ghosts play. But they're gonna look wicked. So yeah, imagine 6 of them with all different little gang. I bought before the show started. I'm next to Dave Lanchester, one of my favourites, and I had a quick look on his stand to see if there's anything I needed. I got this. I'm well chuffed with that. It's an old. Oh no, I mentioned this on the last show. The show with John where I went. It's a really old book, and then I went, no, it's not. It's 1989, before I was born. And then I'll do it again, right in the heart. Made you all feel old there. But it's a really like, it's like all this sort of stuff's timeless because maybe like the brand of stuff has changed, but it's just got a lot of nice how to build different bits for diorama, as it says, military diorama. Look, imagine how if that back in '89 they didn't have John Hodgson backdrops, so they had to make do with just a black bit of night. It was harsh times back then. But yeah, it's got tips on photographing and setting up the backdrops, setting up the black backdrops. There's one like, but there's a couple of weird ones in there where it's like some sexy lady being peeped on or something. Like, oh, that's of its time. But yeah, there's some good stuff in there. Yeah, like doing water effects around a little boat and all that. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And when it got a bit quiet, I was like that. Because yeah, the backdrops has really has genuinely enhanced my photographing excitement. It just gave me more of an excuse, I think, to get to dive into it. So I'm really chuffed with that. So I got one thing, yay. Oh, but that kind of makes sense. Peter says, I got a book from the library once that recommended for the metal of the sword to just leave the lead bare. I'm like, they got a point though. Some of that stuff where it's like, what I remember, I think I was about 22, maybe 21, and I was sat there painting rocks to look like rocks, and I thought, is this life? Is this what I do now? Painting rocks to look more like rocks. So maybe you should just leave the metal bare. Maybe it's metal that will have original source lighting and all that, won't it? It'll be non-metallic, but metallic metal something. Just me drinking a coffee now for the next half an hour. I won't be mega late because I do have some bits and bobs. What have I got there? Just Yeah, just me checking my phone, drinking coffee. What else is on that list of things? Got hobby, Kickstarter, complete for now. The ghouls are out. Ghouls are all out. Yeah, ghouls are out. That's good. Now, so my next bunch of stress is Salute, and I have to redo all the cabinets because I've been pillaging from them. But I want to redo them with something that isn't as sticky. Oh God, my phone just beeped. Oh no, go away, go away. That's me dying there. Oh, still going. It's some compliments on my gardening photographs. You'll need to know. Um, I thought you made minis. Stop making stress instead. So it's the Salute run up to getting that stuff prepped, which is plenty of time, but it does pass. I've got I've got 10 days to pay the second four-figure amount for my UK Games Expo stand. So if you're thinking of buying things, then please do. I knew I should have paid for that all at once when I had it. I had the money at one point, and I went, no, I'll save it for something else. Because you put your deposit down just before Christmas, and then you got to finish up paying by the end of this month. Bloody hell, I'm getting all these. So yeah, I realised I posted on Twitter this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even milk my birthday. If you want to buy stuff, it would make my birthday even better. Woo. On my personal Twitter, I did go just dropping my Amazon wish list here. So thank you very much to Tim and Greg, who I need to message separately as well, just to make sure that they see that for my awesome gifts. I got a little dangly plant guy that you put plants in, some guinea pig socks, which I've got on. I was about to show, and I went, what? I'm not nimble enough that I can just lift my foot up and show you, I'm afraid. There's cool guinea pig socks and a book on the sex lies of medieval women, which I'm very intrigued about because there's a lot of misinformation, isn't there, about all that? You know, the Victorians and the ankle and all that sort of thing. So that'd be interesting. Mum says, let's start Salute really early. Let's do it. I've bought some more pricing stickers, Lil. You'll be happy. All the ones we were out of, bought those. So now all the racks from Vapnartak are in this second room. And I'll need to reorganize them because Salute, we have way more racks. But I can do that and I can have the stock up and priced without having to do that the week of the show, because normally it just takes up all the office space trying to get them all prepped. I can have it all prepped, ready to go. Let's do it, Lil. Let's do it. Thanks to Alex at Warpblock as well, sold me some nice dealio of some old blister packs that he wasn't using anymore as well. I managed to haggle him down to, haggling him to making him buy me a coffee as well, as a good business person should. Yes, Lil, I will require you for some work at the office. I need to get the ghoul packaging made as well, so we can package all those new ghouls. Nice. Where are the sculpts? Community minis. That's also next on the upcoming community minis. Brain. Audrey Hepburn and Joan of Arc are made. They actually have been mastercast, which is incredible. And I need to check how the pennant is going. And we've got, when is Salute? It's the middle of April, but this time passes so quickly. So quickly. I saw Copplestone's doing a talk. I might see if anyone goes to see it, can you record it? Because I don't think they're officially recorded, but I'd love to see what Mark Copplestone says on the panel. That'd be interesting. He doesn't. This is going to haunt me like everything else. He didn't look as old as I thought he might be, which means he's either not as old as I thought, or he looks younger. But when I'd never met him, so when I saw the picture posted by Salutes, I thought, is that Copplestone? Tim says we could work out cover for you on the store to sneak off. No, because I told them I can't leave my stand to do a talk, and they'd see me in the audience. It's not me. Have I got any more undead minis lined up? None planned, but you know what it's like. You know what it's like. They do appear, but I really want to push more historical this year. But you never know; it always changes. What I would like, and I have got one of my sculptures on it, but it's one where it might go back, it might go forward. Some of the things that aren't as urgent become kind of on like a wish list, and then if one of the sculptors is like going, you know what, that's what I want to do today, it will happen. But I want some mounts for the undead horses to make like Black Knights, or just say what's it? Yeah, just mounted zombies, zombie ladies, um, like shield maidens, or maybe some, do multiple medieval or something. So no doubt there will be, especially as I'm now back on the old undead train. So I'll be like, oh, there's a gap. I need that for my army. Let's get it made. Excellent. Um, and just a bit delayed, but glad to hear that Jonah's approaching. I try not to bug you, but since I've started painting my 100-year war French, I'm getting eager. Yes. Yeah, apologies that that's been delayed a bit, because I really wanted them to be out this month. There's still a possibility, but I've just been juggling so much, and some things just have to wait to stop me from exploding. Because yeah, one day I need to get a documentary team to just realize how much I do every day, and that yeah, having a neurodivergent brain also doesn't help with those things, or it does when it's the particular hyper focus, like when I go right community minis, um, and that's all I can think about. So part of what I've also been doing this weekend is sorting the house, because I've just let everything go to ruin whilst I've been going, these are the tasks that I need to focus on. I can't focus on anything else. So yeah, hopefully those will all get there. It'll all be there. So they'll be out soon, available soon. I need to get them. I'll get some test casts. They need to go to the cat. There's still a chance, actually. I've got a very pressing thing that I need to be doing, which is very distracting. But other than that, oh, I've got the other thing. There's so many things. So I'm really glad that I've chilled. They've now got myself stressed thinking of all the stuff I've got to do. No, I do not have to do that. Those things don't exist until tomorrow. That's the rules. That's the rules. And then we'll be voting for the next community minis as well, because that'll mean they've all been sculpted. Yes, they'll all have been sculpted. Oh yeah, so I should get some test casts next week. I'll send them to the caster, and I need to check in on Marty as well. What have I got there? Onion. It's so weird that shows like Salute. It's like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All the pre stuff for that is, and then it's gone. I'll actually have a limited edition mini at Salute as well, but that you'll hear about that soon. Right, I am gonna go. I'm gonna go and have one more day of not being stressed, and then I'm going to go back to being stressed, because I did have a bit of that early midlife crisis of, I don't have any time for myself. I don't do anything, because when I do have a bit of time, I am just sleeping and recovering. So I'm glad that I've had these days, and I'm going to do another one, and hopefully at some point it'll quieten down, but in a good way. I don't want it to be too quiet. So right. See you all later. Thanks for coming along. And I will see you all. Let's go. Yeah, garden time now. Just finish this off, get in that garden. Awesome. Thanks for coming. And yeah. I don't want to moan, but this is the Candid Annie show. So, oh yeah, I might even put some garden pics up. So, all right. Thanks for the birthday wishes, and thanks for the gifts. And yeah, if you're thinking, shall I buy some stuff so Annie can get that massive amount of money to give to Expo, then go for it. Cheers. Bye.